when you play, you do what we call placement matches, and what that allows us to do is try to understand how good you are relative to the entire population. And then once you've gone through your placement matches, we actually put you in a division of skill, right? So if you're in the middle, you might be in something like the silver division, by way of example. And what that is a smaller community of players around your skill level using skill-based matchmaking. We put you with there so you're competing with people at your level. When you're playing with people at your level, the game is really fun. It's really fun for you because you will win half the time and lose half the time.
What?
And when you almost win, that's almost as much fun as winning. But completely getting decimated cannot be that much fun some of the time.
Really, nigga?
And simply always decimating your opponent isn't much of a challenge.
Bruh.
So competition's really built around this idea that I'm going to win or I'm going to almost win, and that's when you're having the most fun in the game.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Last minute come from behind victories feel really good as a player, and the purest competition side of the game gets exposed to you as a player in league play that way. League play does not replace the normal matchmaking experience that you know. That still exists. In fact, it's actually very much in the Treyarch DNA. We have such a broad new initiative like this that we actually separate it out, that we put it out at its own level, that we give it its own name, right? And we put it there so we can learn from it, that we can work with that in its own space, and we can modify it as we need to so that we can get the experience that we need and the feedback from the players to make that experience what it is. And then it's very much in the Treyarch DNA that when we figured out to integrate it into the entirety of the game. We saw that in our last game with combat training and wager matches, right? Whereas in Black Ops 2, wager matches are now party games and they're part of the core experience. Combat training was separate, now it's integrated. So it's very much like us to take something, it's very much in the Treyarch DNA to take something and have it be its own thing. And we would never really jeopardize the core thing that all the fans know and love. Right? We want them to have that experience too, but this is a new experience and a new way to experience it.
You are now tuned in to the one and only Mr. Merciless Badass. Welcome to the Murder Show.
Now, before you rocket scientists get to cracking your fingers and typing me a book in the comment section about how there's some Black Ops 2 footage, oh my God, I know it's Black Ops 2 footage. I just thought it would be interesting for us to take a look back in the past, back to when skill-based matchmaking was first introduced to Call of Duty, and listen to the man himself, David VONDERHAAR, talk about the taboo subject, because don't nobody want to say shit about it today. And I thought it was funny how he was talking about league play in Black Ops 2, but it sounds just like he was describing regular public lobbies in Cold War, didn't it? Smaller community of players around your same skill level. It's half the time you win, half the time you lose. When you win, you barely win, and when you lose, you barely lost. You know, you're never able to really fully stand up on your enemy's chest and decimate them to death. It sounds just like Cold War, don't it? But he was talking about league play in Black Ops 2. But did you pay attention what else he said at the end? It's very much in the Treyarch DNA to have its something new be its own separate thing, and then we eventually integrate it into the game. And that's exactly what they done did now. I don't think it's a coincidence that we don't have league play, because we don't need league play. They have integrated that league play shit into the public lobbies. Who needs league play? We already got it. Me and everybody I know want out of league play. I know there's a certain group of people out here complaining about, oh my God, if I only knew what rank I was in, if I only had some type of ribbon. Listen, you can keep the ribbon, you can keep the division placement. I don't want none of that shit. I just want to run around with regular jokers and show them how good I am, huh? I ain't trying to be the best in the world. I just want to be the best in the lobby, that's all. Back in the day, that wasn't a hard task to accomplish. Because with the average skill set of the average player being pretty low, it wasn't hard to rise up above the average man out here in these Call of Duty lobbies and have you some good games more than you have in bad games. But with the skill-based matchmaking algorithm, that shit is in the past. They gonna make sure that every game is tough as nails, except when you done got your ass kicked so many times that they decided that they gonna let you win a couple of them. And that shit ain't no fun. No wonder I ain't enjoy Black Ops 2 that much. That's when they first put skill-based matchmaking in COD. Hell, I was used to being able to put up helicopters and shit. In BO2, I was reduced to hunter killer drones and UAVs and counters. You know what I'm saying? So I played for 2 or 3 months, then I started playing other games because I wasn't as good at BO2 as I was at the older cards. And then now, here we are today with Cold War, and we back to the same thing. People doing the same thing. They walking away from the game because they just simply cannot perform on the same level that they used to. And no matter how hard they try, it doesn't get any better, because if you get better, the game gets tougher. And it's just a vicious cycle. And then here we are today. We're supposed to be getting League playing Cold War in the next, week or so? So I hope that all of these super sweaty, pre-aiming, bunny hopping, slide canceling, wannabe MLG virgin nerds take their ass to League play and stay there. Stay your super overly competitive ass in League play and leave us regular folk alone. But you know that ain't gonna happen. I wish that it could be that simple. You know, maybe if they put League play in the game and then turned skill-based matchmaking off in the public lobbies, that would solve the problem. But you know they ain't gonna do that. League play in pubs is gonna be exactly the same, except in League play, you're gonna have the same rule set that the pros play with, you know. Oh, this gun is banned, or that perk is banned, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play on these certain maps and shit. Nerds, I just want to get out here in pubs and act a fucking monster. That's all. That's all, you know. I ain't gotta do it every game, but I would like to at least be able to lobby surf and find a good lobby every now and then so I can be Godzilla on these hoes. But with skill-based matchmaking, essentially what they've done is made card games where finding a good lobby is impossible. The algorithm won't let you get a good lobby unless they decide it's time for you to get a bone. And goddamn it, they not throwing me enough bones. I'm starving out here. This game been out for how many months? 3 months? Shit, we already in 2021. I still ain't had a gameplay better than 30 and 7. The hell is going on out here? David! That boy sounded just like one of these Activision patents with that language talking about how it's fun to win and then lose and then barely win and barely lose. Now let me tell y'all something. The most fun to be had on card is in winning streaks, not win-loss patterns. And when I win, I want to win by a blowout. I don't want to barely win. And when I lose, I don't want to barely lose. Y'all fucking the game up out here trying to play guard. Let connection be God, and then may the strongest survive. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to pimp slap the piss out the like button for your boy. Leave me a comment. And be sure to hit that motherfucking subscribe button and don't miss none of this Call of Duty real shit. It's the Murder Show. Fuck with me.